one of you knows, I chose this 3 days ago. I've been watching this show. Has anybody who's seen The Chosen, the movie or show, The Chosen? So the guy who plays Jesus, Jonathan Ramey, they made a little show about him, and it was called Jonathan and Jesus, which I thought was cool because Jonathan. So they're filming him while they're getting ready to do season 3 of The Chosen. And in the midst of this is when he got the Jesus Revolution part, when he was in that movie. And so they're following him around, and he's Catholic, so in the middle of it, he goes to Rome and he meets the Pope and does all these different things. But the part that touched me was at the very beginning, he's an actor. He's been trying to be in acting for 20 years. And he's overdrafted in his checking account by $100. He has $20 in cash. He's living in an apartment building, and so he's taking care of all the other apartments, fixing little things, and that's how he keeps a place to live. He's destitute. He doesn't have anything. And so he prays, and this is a video. It was 3 years before, and right before, a year before The Chosen, or several months before. And he shows a video of him praying, God, you know my situation. And so he's just pleading with God to help me. The same thing that those people were doing in Julia's story. Lord, please help me. I have food for a day, and that's it. I still have a place to live, but I have food for a day, and I have no way of getting anything else. And so he makes this video, and then he makes another video the next day. He gets the mail, and he gets paid for previous jobs that he had done. And so it shows him opening up each piece of mail. He goes, it's $50. And he opens up the next one. He said, it's another $50. And then he opens one, and before he says the amount, he just starts crying. Just literally bawling like a baby. And he says, this one's for $800. And and then I don't remember the other check, but it was like $1,100 altogether. And so right after this is when he gets called to portray Jesus. And he's like, I don't feel worthy of playing Jesus. And his pastor said, nobody is. But you portray Jesus. You live out your life as well as you can with the ability that he gives you. And then it started showing all these different things. People coming up to him because they've seen him now portraying Jesus. He said he's in a restaurant, and a lady comes down and kneels down in front of him and says, can you pray for me? Because he portrays Jesus in a movie. And he was just explaining our need as Christians, whether you're an actor or a pastor or whatever job you do, it's our job to be Jesus to other people. It's our job to love people It's our job to help people. And God usually speaks to me through music. I mean, he speaks to me through his word, of course, and through praying, but a lot of times he reminds me of things that I've heard sung, or so God reminded me of this guy I know. About 30 years ago, I'm guessing, he's riding in a bus in Colorado. And he says he sees these different people on the bus. Saw a dude dressed like Elvis. Saw somebody else, another man that was dressed like a woman. And he saw some gangster-looking kids. And he said, they all want to be like somebody. But Jesus, I want to be like you. So, saw a man that looked like Elvis sitting at the back of the bus. Another man was dressed like a woman, putting up a terrible fuss. A couple of kids looked like gangsters, nothing left to lose. They all want to be like somebody. God, I want to be like you. I want to be like Jesus. I want to do what you want me to do. I want to be like Jesus. When they look at me, I want them to see. There's a man with a boy on his lap, the father's only son. Teenage girl with a hand on her back, look like she's on the run. A widow sits, she's so hungry, doesn't know what to do. They all need to be like somebody, but I pray they see you. I wanna be like Jesus. I wanna do what you want me to do. I wanna be like Jesus. When they look at me, I want them to see you. Lord, I know there is no other who can love me like you do. Let them see a sweet reflection. Let them see. Let them see. Be like you, Jesus. Wanna do what you want me to do. Wanna be like you, Jesus. When they look at me, I want them to see you.